So, well, again, thank you for accepting this interview.
Okay.
Well, my first question is a more obvious one. Would you like to present yourself, who you are, what you're studying, or what you're aiming for?
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Ling. Yeah, my full name is Ling Tian. Actually, my nationality is China, and I live in UK already 5 years already. So and now I studying PhD in ISD at the Montfort University, and my research is about green building management and the case study from UK and China. Yeah, that is all.
So, what inspired you to study this, to pursue the PhD?
Actually, I studied my master degree also in the UK. That time, I feel like everything is too new for me. But then, when I studied more and more, I realized, oh, this is quite make me want to continue studying here. So that's why I choose. Okay, so maybe study PhD is good time to improve myself and also can live in different culture more time to know UK culture and also can enjoy myself and study when I study. Yeah, this is most important things.
So, this one is a bit more personal to you, but does your career have been influenced by being a woman in science?
Actually, I decided to study my major because of my family. Because my parents also, especially my dad, also work in the construction stage. So that's why he helped me to choose their way. But that time, I don't know what exactly. So, but also my parents say, especially my mom, also say that is a good choice. I said, okay, maybe I can try this way. And also, I think I would like to study more, also influenced by my mom, because my mom always said, Lin, you should study more and more independence. Don't rely on everyone, just rely on yourself. So study more, maybe in the future you can survive by yourself. And but really I feel like studying the construction is really come from my parents. So that is why I studied that project. And then be a woman, like influence being a woman, I feel like studying in my area is quite difficult for women as well, because I think most of the people think the construction is mostly for the boys. But when you are a girl, especially before I also work in the construction stage, so I have the 4 years work experience in the China industry. So but that's why I feel a little bit harder, because that time so many people will more like the focus on the boys job, but for girls they say just that's fine, girls job that's fine, but more will discussion with boy. So also sometimes they make decision also with the boys, like the females, like the male staffs. So that's why I feel like as a woman being the industry is quite difficult, limited as well.
Do you have any anecdote about this, any story?
That is funny part because of my face. Because usually people think because my body is quite tiny, and my face is look like I'm sorry, it's like look younger. So that's why usually I work in my office. Even now I work in my PhD office. So many people think I'm one of the staff doctor. So and so that's why I feel like a little bit harder when I would like to communicate and negotiation with a person. But it's really because they don't trust me well.
They don't take it seriously.
Yeah, they didn't trust me very well because they think I'm too young to make decision or to like how can you discuss with me this really important things, because you don't have it look like you don't have power. And so that's why I feel like this is interesting part, but also is a hard part for me.
So what's the impact for you for women in STEM subjects?
I think the good things like as a woman in our area is like we quite emotional. I can say like that. We quite emotional. It's just my opinion, because sometimes guys speak is quite strict. So if they sometimes they have the negotiating the stage, but if the two guys talk together, it's kind of like strict way. But if they have women, maybe can make the more softly to discussion as well. So I think women can help this way to improve the negotiation skills, and also sometimes for if all the environment only the female, I feel like sometimes like quite is really quite strange. But if a woman inside, I feel like become like environment become like more better because you don't like say only one gender. You have two, different gender work together. So make the company also and the onsite also have the different feeling, different culture together. I think we will be fine.
Yeah, different perspectives.
Yeah, different ideas, different sides. Because woman is more like soft to deal with a problem, but guy sometimes quite strict. But if they mix together, so like Chinese culture, we call the yin and the yang. So yin is like the female, yang is more like the male. But if they mix together, the world will become like more peaceful. So I think that is good things women work in that.
So, about that, have you noticed any difference between China and UK in these regards on how they work with women in science, for example?
That is quite good questions because as now China changed a lot. As my parents' age, I still remember my parents' age. They quite how to say, woman is like more responsibility for family, for the own family. So women should take more attention to kids, to your husband. But now China changed a little bit. Now sometimes like my age the girl, I already 13 years old, and sometimes like my age the girl, they don't want to like have marriage now because they think they can survive by themselves. They can have a good job. Why? So that's why they need to marriage with someone they don't properly know. So that's why China changed a little bit, and also I feel even now my parents sometimes quite conflict because before they ask me to work, they ask me to study, and they ask me to rely on myself. But then now, they push me to have wedding, to marriage because of my age. They say, oh, you should have someone to take care of you. You should the more focus on your husband or something like that. So that's why I also feel like my parents is like quite conflict. But I think the good thing is like more women in China realized we don't need to, we need independence. We need to study. So I think that is good things for China side. And in the UK side, I feel totally surprised. One thing is like, even when you're pregnant, even when your age is like 35 years old, you still can find a new job, especially for women. Because in China, it's quite hard to, for my opinion, China is not quite hard for the age is 35 years old, especially you are a woman. Because if you think about you have a baby, you need a pregnant, you should take more time to your family. But in UK, I think it's a different side. I still can see some women pregnant and they still work very well and they still can change the job easily and the people can accept them easily. So that is different between UK and China for women's situation. Yeah.
So have you always had the same opinion?
Sorry?
Have you always had the same opinion of women in STEM, or this has developed over the years you have been in this field?
I'm sorry, can you say again?
So, for example, you said that when you came to UK, it surprised you the way it works.
Yeah, it's quite making me surprised the way.
So, my question is, have you always had the same opinion, or it's something that has changed?
Oh, I got it. Oh, now I feel my opinion quite a little bit changed now because because actually now I'm married now with my husband now. Before, when I become like a boyfriend, a girlfriend, that time I think okay, maybe fine. I don't need too much hard working because I can marry with him. Now he can take responsibility for me and he can take all the family for me. this is why in China that time. But when I studied in the UK, I realized I couldn't realize on everyone. I should be like survive, know how to survive by myself, and make more people, make more friends together. So I have my life and he has his life. We are individual. But when we become like family, make the family together, I still think he still have his individual time. I still have my individual time, and also he can choose which career he want. And also for me the same, I can choose which career for me. But for the housework, for the family things, we should negotiate. We should to negotiate which part you belong to you, which part belong to me. So I think it's quite fair enough for everyone. So that's why this is a change when I come to UK. I change my mind. It's not like I just do the housework, you go outside, and I think it's like kind of like that style.
The next question is more general question.
Okay.
Is in regards of the lack of women in STEM. So the question is that why you think that despite in countries like Europe and in America, I'm not very sure about Asia, you can talk about this if you want, that we are seeing that despite that women are not succeeding in universities and the education system, like there's way more women graduating and way more women in universities, for example. When it comes to STEM subjects, there's more men than women.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even now in my office, they have interesting situation, because now at least in our office, the people in person work in the office, I think just two girls, including me, 2 girls or 3 girls, including me. Now I think only me in their office. So all surround me is guy. But they study engineering, they study about computer science. Some people they study about sustainable. It's more like the it's more like the math or something together. So that's why sometimes I feel like, oh my god, it's only me, girls in that office. I think this is all common in university as well. Especially when I will go to the business school, I feel more girls studying in the business and studying in financial economic. But when I go into the computer science, become like more boys studying that area. So I think also UK and China same situation now, because China as well. China also is like more girls will study financial, more boys will study like engineering, computer science, and something like totally different.
What you think is the reason?
I think the reason is kind of like the family think. Their family think. I think, as my opinion, they think girls study financial is more like the environment is become official environment become good, because the girl just sit in their desk and work all day. But the engineering side is kind of like going to the onsite, talk to the guy, talk to the other people you don't know. Like some people maybe it's not good, easy to communication, so use a strict way maybe is the best choice. And there's I think the most things like work environment to decide the girl and the boy to choose which subject from their family side. And also so many people, I have no idea why the people think about the computer science only for the boy. Even I don't understand. But that is common, because like a common things in the girl and the boys. Because the family think, oh, girls study computer science maybe it's not good for the girl, because the girl maybe is not good at the math sometimes. So that's why they ask the boy is good for the math, and the girl maybe is good for the language subject, financial subject, or something like that. So that's why I think this is why. Because almost the people think the environment and the subject. So which subject is suitable for the male, which subject is suitable for the...
So gender stereotypes.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, to give an answer to this, what do you think that will change this to encourage people to study more subjects that are not based on gender stereotypes, or more than based on gender stereotypes that will raise the interest of more people to other subjects.
Sorry, can you still? Sorry,
Yeah. So, what do you think that will change this to raise the interest, for example, of more women to go into STEM subjects, or more men to go into other subjects that are more typically female subjects?
I got what you mean. Yeah, I think the most impact things is website, internet, because more internet now is like we log. Every people record their life and submit to the YouTube or social media. So more people will see other people how they live in the world. So some girls study computer science, they will look one day for her life. So to submit in the website, and some girl look at that girl. So the girl also can do like this job. The girl also do the computer science very well. So maybe the girl is like high school or university, just the beginning university. So she will think about, maybe I can switch to the other subject. Maybe I suit for this one. So I think it's kind of like internet and globalization will become like impact more people, more girls choose this subject. So this is from my opinion side.
So, well, this is my last question.
Okay.
Do you have any more words to say about this, or something else that you want to talk about but I didn't ask you?
I think girls should be positive, be confident, and be yourself as well. This is really important things, like such as you say, I'm a girl, I'm not good at the computer science, and also many people tell you, you are a girl, you are not like good at computer science, you are not like good at the programming. But try your first. If you are not really have a talent about this one, maybe you can switch to the manager side. It's like in computer science, and you manage the people to do the programming or do these things. You don't need to really focus on the technology. Maybe if you want to do like the more engineering things, you can think about how you manage this all the things process. This is this is also a good choice for studying in the SEM or study the engineering area. And so that's why I say be yourself. That is really important, and trust yourself. You can do very well. Even different way, maybe you use a different way. Don't like only use a one way. Think about other way. You still can achieve your goal. So that's why I think be yourself, be positive, be confident. This is all I would like to say.
Okay, so thank you very much
Thank you.
for your answers. And again, thank you for accepting this interview.